Hey everybody, it's Christine the Haunt Girl, and today I am talking about the Detective's Office escape room at Mystery Mansion, Regina. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications so you don't miss any upcoming escape room reviews, haunted attraction walkthroughs, or anything else of the sort. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel. It really helps me out. First, I want to thank Mystery Mansion for inviting us to play and Escape Master for organizing. Our team also consisted of Escape the Rumors. If you would like to find out more about those guys or check out their blogs, I will link them in the description below. Also, if you'd like to book this game, there will be a link to the company in the description below as well. We play this game virtually. So the way that it works is we play anywhere in the world. It just so happens that Matt and I are in SoCal and Brandon and Cece are in New York, but we were able to all play this game together from home, and the company is in Canada. And so you can play through Zoom and the website they have set up so that you are able to watch the game master, who is your avatar of sorts, in the location, physically playing at the location. You will say, hey, go look in that bookshelf, or hey, open that drawer. And then they will show you what is in that drawer or on that bookshelf. And you can tell them, open this lock, use this code. And they'll do basically whatever you tell them to do within reason. They have a really cool system set up where while you're playing, you get different codes given to you, and they will send you pictures of the game. So it's once you've found something, they'll have a close-up picture of the puzzle or the item so that you're able to access it, but not before you need it. And so, or not before you find it, I guess. You might not need it yet, but you'll find it, and then you get a code, and you're able to see through the website a big, different photos of the room, like a photo of each of the four walls with what's on it, and you can zoom into some of those things. And then as you find things, you can see them. So that's very helpful, where some games don't have that, and it's much more difficult because you have to wait for that person to take the camera and go exactly where you need them to go and get it in focus and whatever. And here, once you find it, you're able to read it. So if it's a letter or something, you can just read it yourself. I like the way that they set up the online version. It makes it very easy. It's very organized. They have the cursors where you can move your cursor around and show your teammates. Like if you're saying, hey, look at this, you can point to it with your cursor and they can see it. It has your name on it in different colors. So that's kind of fun. I have the tiniest little pet peeve with playing with the cursors, though, is because if one of my teammates is, say, looking at a letter and using it so they can read, because some people like to, move their finger along the screen. If they're using the cursor to do that, I can't read at my pace because I see their, so I'm like, can you move your cursor, please? It's just a silly little thing, but that's if you play with me in these games, you'll know. They called me on it today. They're like, don't leave your cursor on the letters because Christine will tell you to move it. And I do, 100% do. I'm like, move it, I can't see. But it's kind of a fun way to be able to interact with the players that you're playing with on your teammates as well, because, otherwise you're just talking, but this way you can actually point things out to each other, which is great. The story behind this particular game, in 1951, private investigator Rick Murphy was investigating a case involving a stolen necklace. Suddenly, Rick vanished without a trace. Now you're going to step into his office and find out what happened to him. The story of the necklace, in 1940, there was a Paramount Pictures movie premiere, and the actress that was the lead in the movie was wearing this beautiful necklace, and it got stolen and, or disappeared, I guess. I think it was stolen. Anyway, we're trying to find out what happened. And when World War II happened, a lot of the suspects went off to war. And so Rick never got to solve the case. And now he's retired. He's become a private investigator. And now he's gone missing. So he was trying to solve that case that he couldn't solve when he was in the department. So this is the first of 3 story rooms that involve the case of the stolen necklace. In this game, you're not actually looking for the necklace quite yet. You're looking for another item that you will find out at the beginning of the game what it is you're looking for. It's a difficulty level of 5 out of 10. There is a 75-minute time limit. And as of when I'm recording this, because I know sometimes things change, I don't usually say, but it's $26.25 per person. I enjoyed the puzzles in this game. The story is good. The set design is good. It's an office. They do a good job, but it's hard to make an office, mind-bogglingly spectacular because it's an office. So it looks like an office. It's very authentic. The props and the design, pretty authentic. I really liked how the props were much more realistic looking as opposed to like a bunch of laminated stuff. I really liked like how there are photos in the game, for example, and they look like just old photos and they're good. I like them. I like that. I like when props and things work. I love when story and puzzles collide into one good collaboration. And I feel like they do a good job of making sure that many of the puzzles are still within the storytelling aspect. One in particular I really thought was cleverly designed within the story of the game, and the puzzle was clever too. It was fun. I think I can say without too many spoilers that particular puzzle is a bit of a logic puzzle, which I really enjoy logic puzzles. It wasn't hard. It was a pretty basic logic puzzle, but it was fun. It was a fun way to do that as opposed to ways that I have seen in many rooms where you're like, whoa, this was just a really fun example of how to take that style of puzzle and make it really fit within the story. And it's really unique and fun in that. There's a lot of puzzles. There's a lot of puzzles in this game. There's some really fun physical things you don't need to do. They can do that for you, and it's not like taking away from your experience, if that makes sense. Some of the more elaborate games, it's like, well, you kind of watch it and go, wow, I wish I could have physically done that. It's not that. This is fine to let someone else physically do it for you and you get to solve it. But it's cool that they use these types of physical puzzles as opposed to just, they're more creative. How do I say that? Just more creative. It's sometimes very difficult to explain and talk about games the way that I want to when I don't give spoilers. And I'm trying not to give any spoilers, as I always try not to give spoilers. If you've actually played this game and you would like to talk about it, you may discuss it in the comments below. But again, please, I ask, do not give spoilers. Overall, really fun. We had a good, fun team, a really fun game master, a really fun game. And it was just a fun time with a lot of good puzzles. If you're a puzzle person, I think you'll really, really enjoy this game. If you like storytelling and experiences, this is also good for that. They include a lot of story, actually, which I enjoy. So I like that. I also have played another one of their games called Night Terrors. That one's scary. This one is not scary. This could be fine for the family. Night Terrors is definitely more spooky and scary, and I quite enjoyed that as well. I think that this company overall does a really good job. They have really solid games, and they have really fun puzzles and a really good staff. So I hope you will give them a shot, and you will check them out by clicking the link below with the company's name there, so you can go look at the website, see which game calls to you, and play it, and then comment later and let me know what you thought. If you have any other suggestions of games you think that I would enjoy, feel free to pop them down in the comments or hit me up on Instagram at @thehauntgirl. Also, please take a moment to click over and check out my blog, thehauntgirl.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I do have one thing I would love to ask of you all. If you happen to see any haunted attractions that have announced that they have either set their 2020 dates or they have canceled due to the pandemic, please let me know. Just hit me up on Instagram and let me know. I'm trying to put together a big list of the haunts in the United States. I'm not covering the ones out of the US necessarily. Maybe some of the Canadian ones is fine, but local to the US primarily is what I'm trying to put together. So there's a bunch of them, and there's only one of me. So any help that you guys can pop that information over to me is huge. It's a huge help. So I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much for watching.